Centricom Channel 10 Sports and Mid-Utah Radio, the sports leaders in South Central Utah, now present another exciting high school basketball game broadcast. This sports broadcast is brought to you by sports-minded sponsors throughout South Central Utah. And now, let's go live to the basketball court for simulcast coverage of high school basketball on Mid-Utah Radio and Centricom Channel 10.
After one in the book, the Delta Rabbits face their first big challenge of the season as they go on the road to take on the Emery Spartans in Castledale, Utah. Good evening alongside Coach Dean Fowles. I'm Ken Nielsen as we bring you the action from the Spartan Center here on the campus of Emery High School. And as I mentioned, this is going to be a good test for the Rabbits. Emery ranked number 3 in the 2A. And the Rabbits are kind of getting into a stretch here in the preseason where they're going to come up against some really, really good competition with Emery tonight, North Sanpete coming up on Friday night, and then down the road, of course, they've got to go to Dixie. They've got Canyon View. They've got some really good teams on the docket. So we bring Coach Fowles here into the broadcast. Emery is loaded once again, ranked number 3, Coach. Delta's catching a little bit of a break. From what I understand, the Roundy kid will not play tonight. He's had mono and has had a few complications with that. But still, this is a team that can put big numbers up on the board, just like the JV team is doing right now with 79 here in this game.
Yeah, which is back down from a 32-point first quarter, which you're on a pace for about 130 there. So Emery's got great tradition in basketball. They've got, they've been consistent for so long with the same coach, same program, same ideas, same feeder program. And they are hard to beat, especially here. And so, yeah, this is going to be a real tough test for the Rabbits, and it doesn't get anything but worse. So I don't know if Coach Smith, we're going to talk with him about his preseason schedule. But, hopefully when it's all said and done, if you want to get to the state tournament and possibly make some noise, you're going to have to compete. And so, these are the teams you've got to play to get better.
I want to welcome you inside of the Snow College pregame show. Snow College is in the top 10% in the nation in student success. Turn on your education and visit snow.edu. Well, once again, good to have you with us here on a Wednesday night edition of 2A basketball as Delta makes the trip over to Emery at the Spartan Center. With that being said, we need to take care of a few of our sponsors here tonight. We appreciate all of them that are with us here, that will be with us again throughout the season. With that being said, let's take a quick break, and we'll come back with more of the Snow College pregame show after this.
Every morning, millions of people skip breakfast. But thanks to McDonald's Dollar Menu at breakfast, they'll have to find something else to skip, like waiting for the shower to warm up, putting in their contacts. Ow. Or they could just wear that wet towel to work.
Good morning, everyone.
There are options, people, but skipping McDonald's Dollar Menu at breakfast isn't one of them. So grab a sausage burrito, sausage McMuffin sandwich, premium roast coffee, and more for just $1 each. That's the simple joy of breakfast at McDonald's.
Your Delta McDonald's, a proud supporter of Delta High School sports. The Intermountain Power Service Corporation is proud to bring you this presentation. IPSC is a community-minded company that contributes to our local schools, community organizations, and economy. The Intermountain Power Project consistently ranks among the best of America's coal-based power plants in reliability, cost-effectiveness, and environmental responsibility. Intermountain Power Service Corporation strives for perfection and is honored to be actively involved with Delta, Millard, and Juab High Schools.
Hi everybody, this is Tracy from Jorgensen's. It's that time of year again. This is a brand new 2013 800 Pro RMK, the lightest, most flickable sled on the market. Come on down and see it, sit on it, feel it. Let us tell you all about it. We have new climb gear all ready to go, get you ready for the season. As you can see, it's that time of year, so come see us as soon as you can.
Have you heard? Central Valley Medical Center is now providing orthopedic surgery. That's right, Dr. Joel Holman is a full-time orthopedic surgeon practicing in Nephi. You no longer need to drive to the Wasatch Front for hip replacement, knee replacement, fracture care, hand surgery, and general orthopedic care. Dr. Holman completed a residency in general orthopedics and a fellowship in hand surgery at the U of U and sees patients in the Nephi Medical Clinic inside Central Valley Medical Center. Call 435-623-3633, 623-3633.
When I was thinking about going back to school, I got pretty nervous, just knowing I had a young family and money was tight for us. As a mother, online courses were perfect for my busy schedule. One of the things that was huge for me was how affordable this program was. Without the online courses, I know I wouldn't be able to finish school or transfer to a major university. I will always be grateful for Snow College in helping me reach my goals and helping me set the pathway for my future.
Stop in today and experience Service First at Service Drug in Delta and Fillmore. Service Drug is not only your full-service pharmacy, but offers a wide range of books, home decor items, greeting cards, KitchenAid appliances, and so much more. Service Drug is open Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. and also on Saturdays for your convenience. Come see the courteous staff at Service Drug, 215 West Main in Delta and 40 North Main in Fillmore. Experience Service First at Service Drug in Delta and Fillmore.
And once again, welcome back inside of the Snow College pregame show. Snow College is ranked 6th in the nation in graduation rates according to CNN Money Magazine. Start your education at Snow College. Visit snow.edu.
Now, let me hear that again. They're 6th in the nation graduation rate. If I would have just finished I didn't graduate from Snow. I hurt their
You
record.
did. You know what? We could have had that up to maybe 5th in the nation if you'd have taken care of business when you were over at Snow College.
Doggone it.
And let me give Snow a plug. They were over at Delta High School this past week, and they wrote 23 scholarships to our students right there on the spot. And we appreciate Snow College and their willingness to come over, interact with our students, and make that transition that much easier. They've been good to work with, and we have nothing but great respect for Snow College. Both you and I went to Snow, and I've had a couple of daughters that attended there as well, so our thanks to Snow College.
Great school. I knew the president well when I was there. Different one now, as obvious, but it is a great school and very good to our kids.
Also want to thank all of our sponsors that are with us here tonight and throughout the season. Of course, McDonald's of Delta, Intermountain Power, Jorgensen Honda, Central Valley Medical Center, Service Drug, the Delta Medical Center, Drew Bay Chevrolet, RC Staples, Delta City, Lovell Pharmacy, Oasis Seed Co-op, of course Snow College, Sunrise Engineering, and SUU. So again, we are at the Spartan Center here in Emery High School, I should say, at Castledale, Utah. That's where we're at. Made the trip over tonight. Saw a few elk along the way. A nice little trip here to Emery, about a 2-hour drive. And coming into a little bit of a hornet's nest. You mentioned it earlier when we first came on. This is one of the tougher places to play.
Yeah, very difficult. The crowd is into it. They usually get a lot of kids here. You're close proximity to the court. And like I say, the Emery kids seem to shoot the ball well, especially here in their arena, not that they don't elsewhere. And as you look, Ken, at they're sitting on 6'9", 6'8", 6'5", 6'4", 6'3", 6'4", 6'4". I mean, that's almost incredible. You look on Delta's roster and you have a 6'4" and a 6'3", and I think that's stretching it.
Yep.
And both those being a junior and a sophomore. So, you're probably a little bit of a mismatch here tonight. You're going to have to play smart. You're going to have to play hard if you want to stay in this game.
Nate Palmer, who was our engineer tonight, made the trip over here as well, taking care of us. He and I were talking earlier about the height over here at Emery High School. How do they do it? Well, they've had height for as long as I can remember, years and years. They've always had good height here. And Coach Todd Jeffs has built a really good program here. And they've just been solid throughout the years. Height, either you got it or you don't. And they just have it. That's all there is to it.
Well, and you look at some of the same names, Roundy. Yeah, I mean, just some of the bigger kids that are on here, they're family names that have
Gray Justice is another one.
You bet. And they just kind of keep filling. I know there's an Easton Gordon, 9th grader, but just coming up, I don't know if that's his dad.
Steve Gordon, who is the vice principal here.
And been a great coach here for years and years and years. And, I think there's something to say about the continuity and the consistency of a program. Todd Jeff's been here how long? I mean, I think he was here when I started. I retired long ago, and he's still going strong. So, when you have your kids know and understand exactly what your philosophy is, and that philosophy of Emery is run and gun.
Yeah.
You run, you shoot. There's not a bad shot out there. And so, sometimes that will keep teams in. If they happen to shoot poorly, you can stay in a game with them. And if they happen to shoot well, they can just bury you in a hurry. So,
and, of course, on the other side of things for Delta, Coach Jared Smith, I believe, is in his 14th season. And he has done a nice job with the program here in Delta. The kids respect him. The kids play hard. He really does have a quality program going on here in Delta.
Yeah, and that's the one thing that you will see today. You can't always control how kids shoot, although last week getting a great win over Gunnison, they shot very, very well. That's probably not going to happen all year long, but the one thing you will see is the kids will play hard, and they will be aggressive, and they will get after it. And that's all you can ask of them. And so if they'll do that here tonight, hopefully they can stay in the game.
Well, let's take another quick break, after which we'll come back and kind of highlight some of the players to watch here tonight. Again, you're listening to Delta High Basketball on KMGR Radio, and you're watching right here live on Centricom.com. You'll see it as well on local Channel 10. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes.
Every day is a good day to shop Drew Bay for a new truck. Check out the all-new, from the hubcaps to the headliner, 2014 Chevy Silverado. The all-new Silverado has four-wheel disc brakes for superb stopping ability. This beast boasts 355 horsepower with 383 foot-pounds of torque, up to 420 horses and 450 pounds of torque. You choose. Be sure to ask about active fuel management and optional bed lengths and other available options. The all-new 2014 Chevy Silverado makes every day a good day to shop Drew Bay. Drew Bay Chevrolet, Delta.
The type of medical care you receive shouldn't depend on where you live. People in rural towns should receive high-quality medicine just like those in big cities. Delta Community Medical Center and Fillmore Community Medical Center both provide the same quality care and advanced technology you'd receive if you drove to the city. What they do well. Intermountain's Fillmore Community Medical Center and Delta Community Medical Center. Healing for life.
RC Staples has been your family shoe and clothing outlet in Delta since 1995. If you need to outfit an individual, a family, or a missionary, RC Staples is the place. There's luggage, tuxedo rentals, and much more. RC Staples is very conscious of changing styles and fashion trends as they cater to the lifestyle, budget, and tastes of Miller County residents. Hey, RC Staples is both trendy and price conscious. So shop with confidence. That's RC Staples, 261 West Main, Delta.
The government and community leaders in Miller County today were molded into the people they have become by the experiences and opportunities during their high school years. The same stands true for the future leaders of Delta City. That's why the City Council and Mayor of Delta are thoroughly invested in providing opportunities for the students of Delta High School to assist them in reaching their potential. Delta City appreciates the opportunity to support Delta High School academics and this Delta Rabbits sports broadcast.
Once again, welcome back to the Snow College pregame show. Snow has assembled some of the best quality, most affordable, and flexible offerings in online education. Visit Snow online at snow.edu/online. Again, alongside Coach Dean Fowles, I'm Ken Nielsen. Nate Palmer here is the engineer tonight. Good to have you with us on a Wednesday night edition of Delta High Basketball as they travel on the road for the first time this year. As you mentioned, they're coming off of a 28-point win against Gunnison last week. 67-39 was the final in that one, where Delta just shot the lights out. And it's not that we didn't think they could do it, but the first game of the season, and you come out and shoot as well as Delta does. Of course, they were in their home building, but it just made all the difference in the world. They got out so quick. Gunnison never had a chance to really recover and get back in that one.
Well, I think they made their first 2 3-point shots, which always get you off and running just a little bit. And I was very impressed the way they played their floor game in that ball game. They kept track of things. I thought the guards out front did a good job of getting the ball where it should be and things like that. So, yeah, very impressive win. And I didn't or wasn't sure that was going to be in us, especially this early. So, they may just surprise us. Like I say, it's all about how you shoot the basketball. You make baskets, you're going to stay in the ball game. You don't, you won't.
Now, this is a totally different team that they're facing here tonight in the Emery Spartans. A couple of kids to really watch for. Dylan Wilstead, last year he averaged 16.7 points per game. This year he's averaging only 6, but boy, watch out for him to wake up, especially here in his own gym. Also, Ty Justice, he leads them in scoring this year at just under 11 points per game. Kevin Butler, the 6'9 center, he averages just under 8 points per game. And then Tyson Roper as well, he chips in with 7 points a game. They spread it around. As you mentioned, Coach, they love to get it up the floor and shoot it in a hurry.
Yeah, they do. And even in past years, there's been times where they've had a big lead on us and come down, and if they get no shot, they're still going to shoot it. I just don't think they have in their vocabulary, let's take the ball and take a little time off the clock. But it's worked very well for them. They've been very successful with it. And so, you know, how many times have me and you looked at each other and said, wow, I don't know about that shot. That might just give us a chance to get back in it. So, you know, if you're Emery, you hope you can knock those shots down all ball game long. If you're Delta, you're hoping they miss a few and let you hang around.
Well, that's Delta. They're going to have to play really solid defense tonight, not only on the perimeter, but they'll have their hands full as well down inside because Emery does have some size. Tanner Lefevre is going to be tested a little bit in there. And I think this is a really good experience for the Rabbits. They are awfully young. They graduated just about everybody. Delta with 2 seniors this year in Austin Chappell and Caden Fowles. Caden got to start a number of games last year, but this is going to be a good one for these young kids to kind of get out there and get their feet wet.
Yeah, absolutely, and prepare you for what's to come, because as we mentioned just when the show started, after this, it's not going to get any easier.
Well, it looks like they're ready for the national anthem, so let's send it back to our studios, after which we'll come back with tonight's tip, Delta and Emery in the Spartan Center right after this.
At Lovell Pharmacy in Delta, we put the love in customer service. We do it by offering so much more than just pharmaceutical care. Try our Jackson Hole Soda, BYU Ice Cream, and our cheese curds from Beaver Cheese Plant. For all of your gift-giving needs, from baby showers to birthday presents, shop Lovell Pharmacy. And don't forget our nice, informative, caring staff. Remember, we put the love in customer service at Lovell Pharmacy. Find us at 111 East Main Street in Delta.
Hey, hold up there. Don't blow your hard-earned money on ag supplies and such until you visit Oasis Seed Cooperative in Delta. There's Montana Silversmith and that special lady. Well, hey, Oasis Seed has your planting supplies too, but Oasis Seed is more than a seed company. Animal health products, livestock panels, gates, poles, fencing supplies, for sure, but so much more. Wrangler, tack, saddles, and much more. Work hard, but spend wisely at Oasis Seed Cooperative, 290 North, 1000 West, Delta.
The Fairview Telephone Company was founded in 1903 to bring telephone service to small communities in central Utah when no one else would. That small phone company is now Centricom, and our vision hasn't changed. We want rural central Utah to have the very best options for high-speed internet, cable TV, and home phone. Why? Because we live here too. Centricom, your local telecommunications company.
Every morning, millions of people skip breakfast. But thanks to McDonald's Dollar Menu at breakfast, they'll have to find something else to skip, like waiting for the shower to warm up, putting in their contacts. Ow. Or they could just wear that wet towel to work.
Good morning, everyone.
There are options, people, but skipping McDonald's Dollar Menu at breakfast isn't one of them. So grab a sausage burrito, sausage McMuffin sandwich, premium roast coffee, and more for just $1 each. That's the simple joy of breakfast at McDonald's.
Your Delta McDonald's, a proud supporter of Delta High School sports.
Legendary NBA coach Phil Jackson once said, yes, victory is sweet, but it doesn't necessarily make life any easier the next season or even the next day. We applaud our student athletes for their hard work and determination on the court and in the classroom. Make your kids' education a priority. Find out what you can do. Brought to you by Sunrise Engineering, promoting excellence in sports and promoting excellence in education. Visit us at sunrise-eng.com.
And back inside the Spartan Center, we're ready for the starting lineups. First of all, for the visiting team, the Delta Rabbits, they'll come with a 6-foot junior guard. Number 3, it'll be Peyton Smith, his running mate out of the shooting guard at 5'10", a junior guard. Number 10, it'll be Brennan Nielsen. Also out at the guard position, a 5'9" senior. Wearing number 12, it'll be Austin Chappell. At 6'2", a senior forward. Number 23, Caden Fowles. And in the center position, a 6'4" junior. Wearing number 42, it'll be Tanner Lefevre. The head coach, Mr. Jared Smith. His assistants, Russ Fowles, John Winters, Mike Corey, and the principal, Delta High School, Mr. Dean Fowles. For the Spartans, they'll come with a 5'8" senior guard, number 10, Ridge Nielsen. Dylan Wilstead, the 5'11" senior, wears number 11. Ty Justice, a 6'1" senior, wears number 20. Tyson Roper at 6'2", wears 24. And Kevin Butler, the big kid, at 6'9", wears 41. And Delta wins the opening tip, and now come on the attack. Here's a 3 from Chappell, deep right corner, in and out. That's a tough block shot. Brennan Nielsen gets the rebound. Wow, and I have to say, a lot of contact. He's fouled, and he'll shoot 2.
smallest man on the court, gets the first offensive rebound. Good and bad, Ken, because that shot was all the way down before it bounced out. I don't know how it didn't, but coming back with an offensive rebound and swish.
And Brennan's first free throw catches every part of the rim and drops through. So Delta on the board first. They lead it 1-0, and Brennan will have one more here. Just underway from the Spartan Center. Second one, good. Brennan 2 for 2, and the Rabbits lead it 2-0 here early. Emery in the home whites. And a little different look on the shorts, Coach, with the, there's a shot up, no good. Whoa, and that's
an obvious foul. Ken, how that wasn't called a foul, I don't know. Just absolutely knocked Caden Fowles out of the way, but nonetheless, Delta does get the ball.
Break for the Spartans. That should have been a foul on Butler, but here comes Delta the other way. Here's Nielsen out on the angle left side. Has the ball knocked away, picked up by Peyton Smith. Peyton out on top. Delta in the visiting Reds tonight, trimmed in white and gray. And there's a foul. And they are very aggressive, are the Spartans, as they come out digging for the ball hard, and that'll be Dylan Wilstead's first personal. So 2 team fouls already on Emery. So the inbound comes from Brennan out to Peyton Smith. Back to Brennan, angle left. Back out on top. Emery in a 1-2-2 zone, matching up. And now I was just going to say, Coach, I think the middle or that high post will probably be open. Here's a jumper, Brennan Nielsen, hard off the back iron. Up high, Caden Fowles with an offensive rebound. Gets it out, Austin Chappell. Out of Peyton, here's Brennan in the deep left corner. Here's a 2-pointer by Lefevre. It's over the basket, no good. Rebound comes to Emery, and all the way down, up with the layup, good. That's Tyson Roper.
And I think Delta needs to be patient, Ken. Emery's letting them just throw the ball around out there. Go ahead, take some time off the clock.
Emery with another steal. Roper again, turnaround jumper on the baseline is good, and he's got 4 quick ones, and Emery leads for the first time 4-2 with 6:28 to go here in the first quarter. Angle left, Brennan Nielsen back on top, Peyton Smith. Back to Brennan, and again, I'm with you, Coach. Go ahead and be as patient as you want. Nice pass inside, and Caden Fowles couldn't handle the bounce pass. If he catches that, he's got a 6-footer right in front of the basket.
Yeah, the word you said was if. It goes as a turnover, and Emery has a chance to increase their lead.
So as we approach 6 minutes to go here in the first quarter, 4-2 Emery, and Delta man-to-man all the way to the hoop, up and good. And you can see, once again, the aggressiveness as Emery wants to get a shot up as quick as possible. They lead at 6-2. Timeout on the floor. Let's see how long it's going to be. We'll take it. Delta takes it. We'll be back right after this 1-minute break.
The Intermountain Power Service Corporation is proud to bring you this presentation. IPSC is a community-minded company that contributes to our local schools, community organizations, and economy. The Intermountain Power Project consistently ranks among the best of America's coal-based power plants in reliability, cost-effectiveness, and environmental responsibility. Intermountain Power Service Corporation strives for perfection and is honored to be actively involved with Delta, Millard, and Juab High Schools.
So out of the timeout, Delta with the ball. They trail 6-2 with 5:53 to go in the first quarter. And again, Emery's going to sit in that 1-2-2 matchup zone. Here's a bounce pass inside. Tanner Lefevre goes up with it, has it blocked. Ball's loose, picked up by Emery. And now Delta with a hand in the passing lane, knocks it out of bounds at half court. And it will stay with the Spartans. And that's one thing Delta will have to understand down inside. When that ball comes in, you've got to go quick with it, or you may have to look to make the pass cross-quarter back out.
But you can see down there the mismatch between Tanner Lefevre and Bo Roundy. Kevin Butler. That's, you're going to have to make a pump fake and go up through him. You're not just going to be able to shoot the ball because he will swat it.
And that's just what happened right there on that play. Tyson Roper with it on the low block, turned and jumped right up through Tanner Lefevre, and Tanner picks up the personal. That'll be his first foul. And Roper being very aggressive here tonight. He has 4 points already in the ball game. He comes in averaging 7. First one is no good. So the lead stays at 6-2, and he'll have one more. And this one he rattles home. He's got 5 in the ball game, and it's 7-2. Emery with the lead. And Delta will push into the front court. You can see the adjustment they've made, Coach. They're bringing the ball to the wing to start the offense instead of from the point. Now here's another turnover down inside. They try to go to Caden Fowles. He one-dribbled, and they took it away from him. Emery with it out on top. Here's a 3 down the barrel. Wow. Kind of a different looking shot, but he knocks it down, and all of a sudden it's 10-2. That's 10 unanswered by Emery.
Yeah, and Ken, you got to have an awareness out there. The ball comes down inside. When you've got the ball, the other team is going to want to go get it.
And here's another steal out front, and Delta comes back and knocks it away. Brennan Nielsen comes from behind, knocks it away from Tyson Roper, but pass out front. Roper just stepped in the passing lane and was off to the races. I don't know how many turnovers already, but they're starting to mount early in the game.
You've got 4 turnovers to none at this point. 3 of those are steals from Emery, which does not bode well for the Rabbits.
So Emery inbounds out on the angle right. They want to go down inside to Butler. Can't get it to him. They'll come cross court. Here's another 3, angle left, and it's good again. Ty Justice with back-to-back 3s. And it's 13-2 with 4.5 to go here in the first quarter. And again, Delta needs to, I was going to say there's a reach-in foul. And this is whistled against Ridge Nielsen of Emery. They are up, digging hard every time.
And they are, Ken, and Delta's got to find a little bit different way to attack this zone. You're going to have to drive a wedge and then kick the ball to somebody, because every pass they're closing on, whether it goes down inside, wherever it goes, they're really digging after that ball.
Ball comes out on top to Brennan. Drives, got a man wide open, finds him. There's Caden Fowles, and the jump shot's good. Good look inside, and that's where it's open, top of the key. Back the other way. Here is a whistle and a travel on Butler down inside, shuffled his feet. So Delta will come the other way. 13-4 with 4:10 to go. So the point guard, Peyton Smith, will bring it into the front court. Left side, Brennan. Comes up top now, Austin Chappell. His 3 down the barrel. They needed that one as he knocks it down. Austin with his first points of the game.
And second assist for Brennan already in this ball game. Always helps when they knock down that 3-pointer, but you've kind of weathered the storm maybe a little bit and can get back in this game if you're Delta.
So again, Emery on the attack. Delta matching up man-to-man. They got a mismatch. Brennan Nielsen down in there with Butler just battling. And a foul out front. One thing about it, he'll stands 5'10" against 6'8". He'll battle you for the spot. Got a whistle out front, and this goes against Tanner Lefevre, and that's 2 on him, so he'll have to come out of the game.
Yeah, and that's just something Delta cannot afford, being one of the only 2 heights there are.
Jason Fowles, 6'3" sophomore, comes into the game and replaces Tanner Lefevre. Now here's another turnover on Emery as they throw it into the deep corner out of bounds. 3:32 to go here in the first quarter, 13-7. Emery leads it. Delta jumped out 2-0, and then Emery scored 10 unanswered. Delta now has fought back a little bit to close the gap. And here comes the zone extending out again. Here's Brennan. He'll drive top of the key. Left side, Jason Fowles. Now deep left corner, they'll go to Peyton Smith. And again, that high post, coach, going to be open here if they'll watch for it.
Yeah, they contest every pass. They contest every passing lane.
Here's Brennan down the lane. Shot no good. Rebound loose. Delta fights for it, and they get a hold of it. Peyton Smith comes up with it. He puts it up. Good. And that was just pure hustle by the youngsters in red down there.
Absolutely it was, because it was a battle on both sides, and Delta hung with it.
Here's another near turnover. And now Delta to within 4, 13-9. And Emery, boy, last game, Coach, with Gunnison, those were called every time. You'll notice a lot of kids taking off a little quick without getting the ball down. Roper down the lane, missed it, but nobody there but the big kid, Kevin Butler, takes the rebound, lays it back up.
Yeah, and that was just an easy one. That's one he says, thank you, I get 2 points and an offensive rebound.
First 2 of the game for Butler, and it's 15-9 with 2:18 to go. Here's Peyton Smith down the barrel, 3. Got it. And he's got 5 quick ones, and it's a 3-point game, 15-12 as we approach 2 minutes to go in the first.
And what I like if I'm Delta, Ken, is they just don't seem to be intimidated. Sure looked like it there for a while, but steadying up, shooting the ball well, having the confidence to shoot it.
Ooh, and almost another turnover. Peyton Smith knocks the ball away from Dylan Wilstead, goes between his legs and out of bounds. Rabbits wanted the ball on the turnover, but they don't get it. Dakota Dutson checks into the ball game at the 1:58 mark.
Got to tell somebody who he's going in for, though, because nobody was coming out. Maybe that's a good idea. Play with 6.
Woo. Down the middle. That's an offensive foul. Oh, never mind. They're going to call a blocking foul on Dason Fowles. I thought he was there.
I think he moved just a little bit. If he would have just stayed there, it would have been an easy call because he definitely was there. Just kind of moved just a little teeny bit right at the end.
Bodie Jacobs.
At least I'm defending the referee. Sure looked like a charge to me.
Yeah, well, and the reason I said that is he saw Dason there, and I thought if he would laid that off to Butler, Butler had a slam dunk.
Yeah.
First one is good. Second one is good. First 2 points for Jacobson off the bench. And it's 17-12 with a $1:50 to go here in the first quarter. So here's Smith, right side. Austin Chappell, back to Peyton. Look out, almost stole the pass. Here's Dason Fowles. That's his shot, and he knocks it down from the baseline. Dason Fowles about a 10-footer from the right baseline.
And Austin Chappell did a good job not doing anything fancy, just getting him the ball where he needed to in a position that he can shoot it.
Down low, there's a nice pass to Butler, but he missed this one. Ball's loose on the floor, people scrambling. And I believe, they're going to call a jump ball. It'll stay with the Spartans.
I do like to see the hustle that you're seeing out of Delta here tonight, because that's uncharacteristic of Butler to miss that little putback like that, but going after the ball.
Rich Peterson set to check in on the next whistle for the Rabbits. Look out, here's another 3. And Coach, he just lines it up. That's high justice. It's just a flat-footed set shot, but he is 3 for 3 out there.
Yeah, and you've got to recognize that and can't let him have that, because it does take a while for it to go off. But
wow, a lot of contact in there. No call as Caden Fowles had it knocked away from him. Here comes Emery the other way, and they miss a layup. Rebound, Austin Chappell. He'll push the other way with under a minute to go here in the first. Here's Peyton Smith up top, Caden Fowles. They got a mismatch now, I was going to say here on the corner, but finally getting back with Tyson Roper. 35 seconds to go now on the clock. Delta will pull it out, and we'll see if they're going to hold for 1. 20-14 is the score. Emery leads right here. Down to 25. Delta content here to run the clock out. And they need to get a good look here to close this out. Down to 12 on the clock.
Yeah, you still got plenty of time.
Yep, here's Dakota Dutson, has it knocked away. And no call. Somehow he throws it up to Caden Fowles. He missed a long one. Peyton Smith had a point blanker on the putback, couldn't get it to go. And at the end of 1, Emery leads it 20-14. We'll be back after this 1-minute break.
Hi everybody, this is Tracy from Jorgensen's. It's that time of year again. This is a brand new 2013 800 Pro RMK, the lightest, most flickable sled on the market. Come on down and see it, sit on it, feel it. Let us tell you all about it. We have new climb gear all ready to go, get you ready for the season. As you can see, it's that time of year, so come see us as soon as you can.
Have you heard? Central Valley Medical Center is now providing orthopedic surgery. That's right, Dr. Joel Holman is a full-time orthopedic surgeon practicing in Nephi. You no longer need to drive to the Wasatch Front for hip replacement, knee replacement, fracture care, hand surgery, and general orthopedic care. Dr. Holman completed a residency in general orthopedics and a fellowship in hand surgery at the U of U and sees patients in the Nephi Medical Clinic inside Central Valley Medical Center. Call 435-623-3633, 623-3633.
Yes. 20-14 is your score update, brought to you by McDonald's of Delta. Again, we appreciate all of our sponsors that are with us here this evening and throughout the season. Just getting set to start the second quarter from Castledale, Utah.
And Ken, as I see this game and the way it has started, it's going to be all about awareness of where that defense is if you're Delta, because they are aggressive to every passing lane. They are crazy hands everywhere. They get a lot of deflections. You've got to know where those defensive people are and where they're coming from and going to, or they're going to take a lot of balls.
So Delta with it. Out on the left side, Dakota Dutson back on top. Peyton Smith around the right side. Here's Austin Chappell. His pass up top is stolen once again. Dylan Wilstead to the bucket, lays it up and in.
And that's just exactly what I'm talking about.
And just like that, the lead back up to 8, 22-14. And here's another pass stolen. The entry pass from the top of the key taken away. And Emery on the run once again. Here comes Wilstead with it, and a whistle and a foul out front. And this will put it out of bounds for Emery. Let's see who they called this on.
And I guess the best way to say it is I rest my case, because that's exactly what happened right there.
Peyton Smith picks up his first personal. Brennan Nielsen will come back into the game, replaces Peyton, gives him a blow. It'll be out of bounds underneath the basket for Emery with 7:29 to go here in the first half. Here's the lob to Butler. Well, that's just why would you not run that play every time?
Absolutely.
He just rolls to the center of the key and they lob it to him.
Yeah, it's just a mismatch. Nobody can jump it high enough to even knock it out of the way, so fouling him like that's about all you can do.
So the key is to muscle up before he can step to the lane.
Absolutely.
Ridge Peterson picked up the personal. That'll be the 5th team foul on Delta. And Delta stays in the zone. Look out, left side. I thought about a 3, and that's travel, and they got it. I was going to say that. I've been waiting for that call to come. The other night we saw it so many times in Delta. They shuffled just a little bit before they get the ball down.
Yeah, and you did. You saw it called a dozen. Yeah. And so sometimes that's a little concerning to kids.
Baseline,
Right.
pass. Yeah, take it. Go ahead, Dayson, as he does, and he knocks it down. Again, that is just his spot.
And I thought there was a chance they could have called traveling on that one, too. It looks like he shuffled his feet just a little, so the refs are being a little lenient tonight, but nice shot.
Boy, just an easy drive to the basket. That's Wilstead. He's got 6 now here in the ball game. Dakota Dutson, he'll drive. And nowhere to go. In amongst the tall trees, they easily block it and take it away. Even if you get by that guy on the baseline, you got Butler waiting in the wings. And here's a 3. Wow. Wilstead, all of a sudden, he's got 7 in the quarter.
Yeah, and Ken, they can just score in such a hurry. Boy, they just take it and go, and somebody's got a basket.
Here's a pass down to the high post. Now low post, they'll go to Dayson Fowles. He drives, tries to... Now, I don't think that's a good call there, Coach. He drives, passes the ball. He was bumped out of bounds. He comes back in. The ball came off of a defender. He stepped back in and picked it up, and I think you're okay to do that.
I think you are, but I thought he didn't establish both feet inbounds or even 1 foot inbounds before he touched it. I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell, but...
Full timeout taken on the floor. Let's take it with them with 6:19 to go in the first. 27-16. We're back after this 1-minute break.
When I was thinking about going back to school, I got pretty nervous, just knowing I had a young family and money was tight for us. As a mother, online courses were perfect for my busy schedule. One of the things that was huge for me was how affordable this program was. Without the online courses, I know I wouldn't be able to finish school or transfer to a major university. I will always be grateful for Snow College in helping me reach my goals and helping me set the pathway for my future.
Stop in today and experience Service First at Service Drug in Delta and Fillmore. Service Drug is not only your full-service pharmacy, but offers a wide range of books, home decor items, greeting cards, KitchenAid appliances, and so much more. Service Drug is open Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. and also on Saturdays for your convenience. Come see the courteous staff at Service Drug, 215 West Main in Delta and 40 North Main in Fillmore. Experience Service First at Service Drug in Delta and Fillmore.
So Emery with the ball out of the timeout. They'll bring it into the front court. Again, Delta match up man-to-man. Wilstead wants to get the shot up, can't. Brennan Nielsen stayed on him. Now here goes Wilstead down to the baseline. Still can't get the shot up. Throws it across court. Nobody there. Here's a jumper. Short rebound. Ridge Peterson looks for some help. Finds it. There's a foul in the backcourt. Wilstead coming up behind. Gets too much of the Delta Rabbit. And he's whistled for his second. So I think Coach Jeffs may take him out. And he will. And Wilstead, he's got all 7 points for Emery here in the quarter.
And as I see it, the best way to stop Emery from scoring is get him in foul trouble and get him off the floor, because they can shoot the ball.
So Delta the other way with it, 27-16, 5:45 to go here in the first half. There's fouls, looking for some help. Finds it in Austin Chappell, back to Dason. The ball knocked away again. There's just, you can't throw it in the congestion there. They will poke it away. Here's a three, angle left, no good. Rebound, this is going to be a foul against Butler. Yep, as he took Tanner Lefevre off that low block on the rebound. So the Rabbits will come the other way with it. 15 foul on Emery, and that's the second foul on Kevin Butler, the 6'9" senior center.
9-3 turnovers so far in the ball game. Delta does lead in that category, and that's just the difference in the score.
Here's Brennan, drives. Whoop, had it knocked away. I thought there was a little bit of contact there, but no call. Emery's the type of team, coach, that if the officials will let you play, they are going to turn you over a bunch.
You bet, and that's a secret in the game. Find out just what the referees will let you do, and then exploit that as best you can.
Here's a drive to the baseline, pass inside Butler, throws up a wild one. Rebound, Tanner Lefevre, nicely done. Off to Peyton, to Brennan, pump fakes, puts it up, there's a foul, he'll shoot two.
And did a pretty good job of putting that ball in an area of his body and from where the defense was to make contact, because he's not going to get that up.
Yeah, he knew the block was coming.
Absolutely, the block was there.
So Brennan Nielsen at the line to shoot a pair. He's 2 for 2 there tonight. Has 2 points. First one rolls in and back out.
Now is the black line?
I wondered that too as I was looking down there.
The foul line, or is it the first line? I don't know.
He'll have another. 4:48 to go here in the first half. 27-16. This free throw is good. He's 3 for 4 at the line. Has shot all of the free throws so far for Delta. 27-17. 4:40 to go here. Down inside. Shot up and in. And that was Jackson Jensen, 6'2" senior.
Nice assist, breaking the defense down. Bodie Jacobson, and then laying it off for the easy layup.
29-17 now.
As you can see, Ken, the only hole in this defense is right there in that high post area. Somebody's got to jump into there to drive the defense towards them.
Here's a cross-court pass, jumper by Brennan, no good. Ball's loose, picked up by Caden Fowles. Ton of contact. Tanner Lefevre, jumper, free throw line, in and out. Tough luck shot for him. Rebound to Butler of Emery, and they'll push into the front court as Jacobson brings it up. And now he'll lay it off right side to Justice, back out front. Jacobson with it. Bodie Jacobson. Down inside. Shot up, no good. Rebound and put back, no good. Again, the tall timber just giving Delta all kinds of trouble. Here's a, wow. Caden Fowles went up, got that rebound, had a guy kind of come underneath him, no call. He gets this rebound. Everybody digging. And I was just going to say, Coach, there's got to be a whistle, and there finally comes. As he was working hard trying to get the outlet pass out. The official, I think, just had to call that one as he went to the floor.
Well, I thought there was plenty of contact earlier than that, but credit fighting until you finally did get it called. But there again, Ken, as you mentioned, Emery knows that the refs are letting them play a little bit, and so they are just going after it, and it's been very, very effective for them.
And that'll be the first personal on Colton Butler. Delta now in the bonus. They'll shoot 1-on-1. Caden Fowles steps to the line. Has not been there yet tonight. He has 2 points on 1 field goal. First free throw, good. And so far the free throw shooting has been 100% better from last Wednesday night. Delta shot about 33% from the line last week. So far now they are 4 for 5. Whoop, and I jinxed him. No good. Tanner Lefevre gets the rebound, and he's too far underneath the basket. Hits the side of the bank board, and will go the other way. 29-18. Emery on top. 3:25 to go. Here's another three. This one was too far out. No good. Rebound. Tanner Lefevre. He'll get it out now to Peyton Smith. Smith will push into the front court. Left side. Brennan Nielsen drives. Pump fakes his man. Puts it up and got it. Wow. Brennan Nielsen Pump fakes, ducks under, and gets it up off the glass.
You know, did that a few times in the JV game as well, which is what he's going to have to do, make that pump fake, lets him go by him just a little bit, and then puts it up.
But just like that, back the other way is another three-pointer. This one by Colton Butler.
And Emery now has used 9 or 10 kids, Ken. That's why they can afford to play this way, is because they are so doggone deep.
Here's a three by Peyton Smith. No good, and Tanner Lefevre had a point-blank put back and just laid it too short off the rim. Back the other way come the Spartans. That's too bad there, as they needed that one. Here's another three, and this one's way short. Rebound kicks out. Tanner Lefevre with it. Up to Peyton Smith. Delta's going to run. As they go down the lane, Peyton puts it up off the glass and good. Nice move, Peyton Smith. He's got 7. Brennan Nielsen got 5. 3 for Austin Chapel. 32-22 with 2:10 to go here in this first half. Right side with it, Ty Justice. Now they'll swing it around the horn. Once again, this is Colton Butler. Drives down the lane. Oh, wide open. Offensive foul. They got him. It was Kevin Butler, and pushed off underneath before he got the bucket up and in.
Goes on 32.
And Caden fouls. That's a great job right there to hang in there and take that contact. And, you know, Delta's down by 10. Emery shot the ball very well. They've hung in there. And I think it's quite crucial that you don't let it get any more than that going into halftime. So, you know, got to get a good shot on each possession.
Delta with a chance to cut into this lead right here with the ball. Here's Austin Chapel. High post to Dason Fowles, but the pass was on the high side where the defense was, and they take it away. Emery with it with 1:35 to go here in the first half. Wilstead spinning, can't get by Brennan Nielsen. Now has to go back out front with it. He'll drive again. Kicks it to Butler out on the left side. Everybody it's kind of one-on-one, Coach. Whose turn is it going to be this time?
Yeah, this is just vintage Emery basketball, Ken.
Here's a way short on the shot. Delta with the rebound. And with 1:10 to go, here come the Rabbits up the right side. Brennan goes down the lane, kicks it out. Caden Fowles, high post, Dason Fowles. Got to get it out of there, and they just do. Here's Peyton driving, puts it underneath, but a whistle and a foul before Brennan can get it up for a shot. And I believe Peyton Smith will shoot free throws right here.
Delta did a good job of getting the ball where it needed to be right there, but there's just so much quickness by that Emery team. They collapsed on it, and it's not a whole lot you can do about it. So
that is the 9th team foul. Still a 1-on-1 situation for Peyton Smith. Jack Dutson checks into the ball game. 5'11" sophomore guard. And you can see, Coach, they got Wilstead all the way down to the other end, standing under the basket. Brennan Nielsen slips back down there to stay with him. Free throw, no good. I was just bragging on the free throw shooting.
Yeah. Just a touch of chippiness already in this game.
I guarantee you Brennan down there won't back down from some of the people that are down there. Wilstead drives on Dason Fowles. He cuts him off nicely. Down to 42 seconds. Let's see if Emery will try and hold for one. Kind of doubt it. Whoa, that's got to be an offensive foul. It is. Wilstead runs right over the top of Dason Fowles, and I think that's 3 on the leading scorer from Emery, Dylan Wilstead, and it is. So Delta, again with a chance to get back under double figures here. It's 32-22 with 32 seconds to go, and I think Delta's going to hold for one.
And I think this is a good move.
I was just going to say, not a bad idea.
Yeah, going to go down 10 at the very least and regroup. You don't want to definitely have a 13, something like that. And if you get a basket, you can take it under.
Does it surprise you a little bit, Coach, that Emery stays in the zone with all the quickness they have as far as being able to match up with people? Yep, and there's steps. Delta tried to penetrate inside. Coach Smith wants the contact, doesn't get it. The far side official says, oh no, he got the ball. And so now Emery, with 10 seconds, has a chance to go in up 12 or even 13. Here they come on the run. Here's Nielsen, left side, they'll go. Roper, jumper at the buzzer, way short, rebound Brennan Nielsen. He'll heave it at the buzzer, and that will end the first half. 32-22. is your score as we go to the break. Stay with us as you're watching Delta High basketball right here on Centricom.com, also local Channel 10, and listening live on KMGR Radio. We'll be back right after this break.
Every day is a good day to shop Drew Bay for a new truck. Check out the all-new, from the hubcaps to the headliner, 2014 Chevy Silverado. The all-new Silverado has four-wheel disc brakes for superb stopping ability. This beast boasts 355 horsepower with 383 foot-pounds of torque, up to 420 horses and 450 pounds of torque. You choose. Be sure to ask about active fuel management and optional bed lengths and other available options. The all-new 2014 Chevy Silverado makes every day a good day to shop Drew Bay. Drew Bay Chevrolet, Delta.
The type of medical care you receive shouldn't depend on where you live. People in rural towns should receive high-quality medicine just like those in big cities. Delta Community Medical Center and Fillmore Community Medical Center both provide the same quality care and advanced technology you'd receive if you drove to the city. What they do well. Intermountain's Fillmore Community Medical Center and Delta Community Medical Center. Healing for life.
RC Staples has been your family shoe and clothing outlet in Delta since 1995. If you need to outfit an individual, a family, or a missionary, RC Staples is the place. There's luggage, tuxedo rentals, and much more. RC Staples is very conscious of changing styles and fashion trends as they cater to the lifestyle, budget, and tastes of Millard County residents. Hey, RC Staples is both trendy and price conscious. So shop with confidence. That's RC Staples, 261 West Main, Delta.
The government and community leaders in Millard County today were molded into the people they have become by the experiences and opportunities during their high school years. The same stands true for the future leaders of Delta City. That's why the City Council and Mayor of Delta are thoroughly invested in providing opportunities for the students of Delta High School to assist them in reaching their potential. Delta City appreciates the opportunity to support Delta High School academics and this Delta Rabbits sports broadcast.
At Lovell Pharmacy in Delta, we put the love in customer service. We do it by offering so much more than just pharmaceutical care. Try our Jackson Hole Soda, BYU ice cream, and our cheese curds from Beaver Cheese Plant. For all of your gift-giving needs, from baby showers to birthday presents, shop Lovell Pharmacy. And don't forget our nice, informative, caring staff. Remember, we put the love in customer service at Lovell Pharmacy. Find us at 111 East Main Street in Delta.
Does your kid know it all? Legendary basketball coach John Wooden once said, "It's what you learn after you know it all that counts." We applaud our student athletes for their hard work and determination on the court and in the classroom. Help your kids see their potential. Partner up with their coaches and teachers. Find out what you can do. Just something to think about. Brought to you by Sunrise Engineering, promoting excellence in sports and education. Visit us at sunrise-eng.com.
And welcome back to the Southern Utah University Halftime Show. Southern Utah University, where you get involved in your education and experience more. SUU, where you get to get involved in your education. Please give them a call or stop by, or you can even go on at suu.edu. We appreciate them being with us here tonight. Halftime score 32-22. That update being brought to you by Intermountain Power, along with Jorgensen's Honda and Central Valley Medical Center. So the Rabbits, as you mentioned, Coach, I think they kind of weathered a little bit of a storm there in that first quarter, got by it, and then have played them fairly even. That last quarter was a 12-8 quarter for the Spartans. Wilstead came out, had 7 of those 12 points for Emery, and then Delta kind of calmed things down, and they've hung right around 8-10 points. Doing okay. Just gotta have a few more shots drop. Got to cut the turnovers down.
Well, it had a chance to get away from them there early when what looked like it was just going to come out and go like crazy. And as you said, they've just kind of played them even since then. And I believe the turnovers exactly is the difference in the game, Ken, because Delta's actually leading the rebounding.
Wow.
Right now, which surprises me, 11-10. So it's not like it's a huge. Not like it's a huge thing. But Delta has 12 turnovers compared to 4 for Emery, and I think a lot of those turnovers, as we have seen, have turned into easy baskets or quick shots, which have been 3-pointers and whatnot. So Yeah, you got to cut down on the turnovers, but, everything else, I wouldn't have thought Delta could rebound with them, and they've done a pretty good job. They fought for the ball, so as you said, cut down on your turnovers, make a few shots, and of course, I'm sure Emery's saying the same thing, too. So.
Absolutely. As we look at the scoring for both teams, and tonight's stats being brought to you by Service Drug of Delta. Service first at Service Drug, along with the Delta Medical Center and Drew Bay Chevrolet. Stop by and check out all the new cars, trucks they have available, and they'll take care of you. First of all, for the Emery Spartans, they had two different players with 9 points apiece. Dylan Wilstead had 9, 7 of those coming in the second quarter. 9 for Ty Justice, 5 points for Tyson Roper, all of those in the first quarter. 3 points for Colton Butler on one lone 3-point shot, and then 2 points apiece for Kevin Butler, Bodie Jacobson, and then also Jackson Jensen. They were 3 for 4 from the free throw line, were the Emery Spartans. They had 4 3-point buckets in that first half and 6 2-point buckets. As far as Delta, they were led by Peyton Smith. He had 7 in the first half. Brennan Nielsen had 5. 4 points for Dason Fowles, 3 points for Austin Chappell, and 3 points for Caden Fowles. Delta was 4 for 6 from the free throw line. They had 2 3-point buckets, and then as far as shooting the twos, they had 6 2-point buckets as well. So again, very competitive game here so far tonight. Delta hanging with Emery so far here in the ball game. But got to come out. I like their intensity, Coach. Delta plays hard. You'll always see Delta play hard. That's just kind of a trademark of a Coach Jared Smith team.
Yeah, and, they're not going to back down to anybody. There were a few mismatches in there, and, you bite them at the knees or do whatever you have to do. But, in basketball, there's a lot of things you can control, and there's a lot of things that you can't control. I've always said it's kind of hard to coach basketball because you don't get to huddle after each time and say, this is what we want to do, let's try to execute it. You just kind of have to react to what's gone out there. But the one thing you can do that's consistent is play hard and play aggressive. And both teams do that here. So you credit Coach Jeffs and Coach Smith because they both have their teams playing hard.
32-22, your halftime score. Let's take another quick break, and we'll be back to the Spartans Center after this 2-minute break.
Hey, hold up there. Don't blow your hard-earned money on ag supplies and such until you visit Oasis Seed Cooperative in Delta. There's Montana Silversmith and that special lady. Well, hey, Oasis Seed has your planting supplies too, but Oasis Seed is more than a seed company. Animal health products, livestock panels, gates, poles, fencing supplies, for sure, but so much more. Wrangler, tack, saddles, and much more. Work hard, but spend wisely at Oasis Seed Cooperative, 290 North, 1000 West, Delta.
The Fairview Telephone Company was founded in 1903 to bring telephone service to small communities in central Utah when no one else would. That small phone company is now Centricom, and our vision hasn't changed. We want rural central Utah to have the very best options for high-speed internet, cable TV, and home phone. Why? Because we live here too. Centricom, your local telecommunications company.
Every morning, millions of people skip breakfast. But thanks to McDonald's Dollar Menu at breakfast, they'll have to find something else to skip, like waiting for the shower to warm up, putting in their contacts. Ow. Or they could just wear that wet towel to work.
Good morning, everyone.
There are options, people, but skipping McDonald's Dollar Menu at breakfast isn't one of them. So grab a sausage burrito, sausage McMuffin sandwich, premium roast coffee, and more for just $1 each. That's the simple joy of breakfast at McDonald's.
Your Delta McDonald's, a proud supporter of Delta High School sports. The Intermountain Power Service Corporation is proud to bring you this presentation. IPSC is a community-minded company that contributes to our local schools, community organizations, and economy. The Intermountain Power Project consistently ranks among the best of America's coal-based power plants in reliability, cost-effectiveness, and environmental responsibility. Intermountain Power Service Corporation strives for perfection and is honored to be actively involved with Delta, Millard, and Juab high schools.
You want a quality education? How's this? All of SUU's nursing graduates passed their licensing exam on the first try in May of 2010. 100% of our students, not most of them, all of them. Small classes, caring faculty, the best facilities, that equals quality. Again, in May of 2011, 100% of our students passed the test. That's quality. You expect it, SUU delivers it.
And welcome back to the Spartan Center as we wrap up the Southern Utah University halftime show. From a new freshman to a graduate, an SUU education is designed to help you experience more from your education as we get things going here once again, as Emery will have it to start this second half. Delta comes out man-to-man once again. Wilstead. Oh, beautiful cutting. Man, I think that was Tyson Roper who got by his man, and they found him for an easy layup. Well, you just can't fall asleep on that weak side, Coach. They will go by you, even if they don't have the ball in their hands.
You bet. Did a great job. Nice little shovel pass there.
And again, diving on the floor, both teams. Ball's loose. Peyton Smith has it, gets it up and off to Austin Chappell. He goes down deep right corner. Tanner Lefevre. Nice shot from the baseline. Up no good. Ball's tipped and controlled by Emery. Here comes Wilstead on the run. Pass left side. Layup good. Well, they do get up and down the floor in a hurry. So 4 quick points for Tyson Roper. That's how he started the game, coaches, with 2 of the first buckets for Emery. And all of a sudden, 36-22, just underway here in the second half. Delta trying to penetrate the zone. Here's Brennan Nielsen. Looked at maybe a possible 3, doesn't take it. Now inside they go. Caden Fowles, beautiful pass to Tanner Lefevre, and he's fouled going up.
Nice look right there. Maybe Tanner in the future will make a pump fake on that and then go up and possibly get a 2-and-1, because they're going to go up and try to block that shot regardless. Yeah, and Tanner's a guy we've got to have. He's got to score 10, 12 points a game and get a half a dozen plus rebounds, and hasn't scored here tonight. Difficult with the tall timber, but just got to keep working on that game on the inside to where you can get a shot up.
First free throw was no good. He'll have another. This one is good. First point of the game for Tanner. 36-23. 6:40 to go here in the third quarter. Pass over the top, Wilstead, deep right corner. He drives, pass back the other way. Here is Justice, another 3. Boy, he's just been automatic.
And that one there, Ken, I thought, how in the world is that going to go in? It kind of sidewinded up into their little set shot, and bam, right to the bottom of the net.
All his points coming from the three-point line. He's got 12 on 4 3-point buckets. There's the high post, now down to the low post. Tanner Lefevre just lost it right through his hands and out of bounds. I mentioned in the pregame, I thought this would be a really good learning experience for these young kids, and you hope they're learning from the mistakes that are being made down there, because they're starting to pile up some turnovers. Wilstead, way out top, and throws it away. Stolen by Peyton Smith. Nicely done. Peyton up, has it knocked away, fouled. He'll shoot 2. Nice job there by the point guard as he slips into the passing lane, and he'll go to the line. That'll be, let's see who they called it on. That's going to be the 3rd personal on Ridge Nielsen of Emery. Second team foul here in the half. And here comes Wilstead down here, hiding down here on the offensive end, trying to sneak down under the basket. First one is good by Peyton. That'll give him 8 in the game. Peyton will have another one. 6 minutes even to go here in this third quarter. 39-24. Second one by Peyton. Good again. He's got 9 now for the Rabbits. Out front with it, Ridge Nielsen goes down, dumps it nicely to Butler. Missed the easy layup. Rebound tipped around, and here comes Peyton Smith with it out of there. To Austin Chappell, beautiful pass, and he whoop-de-doos it up, and he's fouled. He'll shoot 2. He knew he had the tall timber coming at him, so he kind of double pumped, got it up nice and high on the glass. Wouldn't go, but he'll shoot a pair. Austin Chappell with 3 in the game. A chance to cut into this 14-point lead, and first one is good. Coach, I was going to say, I'd like to, if I'm Emery, if I'm a fan or a coach, I might want to see Kevin Butler gather, go up and dunk it instead of trying to just skip it off the glass.
Yeah, without a doubt, because he's capable. You saw him do it several times in the pregame. So
Austin Chappell hits both free throws. He now has 5. And Emery with it once again. Wilstead. Dribbling, now gets rid of it. Inside Roper, runner, good. Boy, turned, floated, and knocked it down. He's got 11 in the ball game. And, just watching so far, Coach, evaluating Emery right here, Roper might be as efficient as anybody on their offense. Here's the ball knocked away, and now stolen back by Brennan Nielsen. Emery had it. Brennan snuck in and took it from the big guy. Austin Chappell's three off the back iron, no good, and now a whistle underneath, and the officials calling this against Delta. Coach Smith wants an explanation. He says, well, what happened there? Our kid hit the floor. And I'm not sure, who did they call that on? Must have been on Tanner Lefevre, apparently. That's 3 on Tanner. So here comes Ridge Nielsen for Emery. Out on top, drives, kicks it, stolen away. Taken away from one of the big kids into the game just a moment ago was Kobe Butler, 6'5". Peyton Smith, layup, missed it. Rebound, fought for, knocked out of bounds. And they say it will go to the Spartans. 4:37 left here in the third. And Delta down 41-27. And again, here comes Nielsen for Emery, guarded by Peyton Smith. That's almost a 5-second count. Are they going to get it? Nope. He'll pick it up, bring it around right side. Here's Wilstead. Gets a high screen. Now they got a mismatch down inside if they seem. They've got Brendan Nielsen and Butler. He took an elbow right in the face on that one. Brendan switches, drive, blocked nicely, and now a whistle.
Yeah, refs are going to have to climb in there.
Wow.
And do a little damage control here because, as you said, there was an elbow thrown and pretty good contact down inside there.
So Roper at the line here. He will shoot 2. First one is no good. Dakota Dutson comes into the game. He'll replace Caden Fowles. Caden's the one that picked up the personal foul on that last play. And Roper with one more. Wow, hard off the back iron. Rebound, Dakota Dutson. And again, Emery back digging. Dakota does a nice job. Gets it out. Here comes Brennan Nielsen, top of the key. Now hands it off to Peyton. They'll switch places. Brennan angle right. Nice entry pass, top of the key. Jumper, hard off the back iron by Dason Fowles, but that's a good look. That's the shot you'll take. Back the other way. Layup good, running the floor. Tyson Roper, and they find him. He's got 8 here in the quarter. Out on top, Peyton Smith, high post again. Dason Fowles, another. Boy, went up and thought it was going to get blocked, double pumped, and the ball goes out of bounds. They say it's tipped.
So I guess maybe we won't call that a block, but it was tipped out of his hands. It looked like he shoved it out of bounds, but nonetheless, the Rabbits will take it.
So Delta inbounds under their own basket. They'll come way out top. Peyton Smith. Angle right, Brennan drives by his man, puts it up, and he's fouled. He'll shoot 2. So he's done that a couple of times, Coach. He's snuck by the big guys and then has gotten fouled going up to the basket.
Yeah, this Emery team, as much as any time I've ever seen, they anticipate where that next pass is going to go, and they get after it.
First free throw good by Brennan. That gives him 6 in the game.
You have to do those kinds of things. You have to look to pass and then shoot it. You have to give a pump fake and then go because they are very on-the-ball aggressive, is Emery.
And Nielsen with one more. This one short. And tough foul on the rebound. Dason Fowles picks up the personal.
Yeah, and one of those that's probably just not necessary. The rebound obviously was going to come to Emery right there, but at this stage of the game, you're down by 15. You're just trying to do what you can to knock one loose or do something to get a possession.
3:18 left here in the third, 43-28. Emery leading. And they have, might have been a travel, no call. Down inside, the big guy missed another one, but an offensive rebound. Wilstead with a 3 out front, got it. That's too bad there. They miss a gimme, but yet get a 3 after the offensive rebound.
Yeah, offensive rebound and assist two good things for number 32 there, Colton Butler, all of a sudden. And, wow, now this thing's out to an 18-point lead.
Delta skip pass. Out on top, Brennan Nielsen, jumper, free throw line, in and out. Tough luck shot halfway down, it comes out. Emery with it the other way. All the way the basket, back out. Wilstead, three again, and he knocks another one down. Boy, they can all shoot it, Coach.
I'm telling you, this just unbelievably so, Ken. That's what we said. But this is the type of game they play, and they play it very, very well.
Coach Smith wants a timeout. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll take it with him and be back right after this.
Choosing a college is tough, but there's a big difference between 25 and 500 students in a class. SUU has small classes. It's a big difference if your professor is teaching class or doing research. SUU professors are in the classroom teaching and calling on you by name. At SUU, distinguished faculty are in small classes teaching rigorous nationally accredited programs on a safe campus in an unrivaled natural setting. Southern Utah University. There is a difference.
So it was a 10-point game at the half, and Emery has come out on fire as Wilstead has a couple of threes. Ty Justice is knocked down to 3, and Tyson Roper has 4 field goals as well in the quarter. So they are shooting the ball well here in this second half. Delta inbounds. They need a bucket right here, kind of stop the bleeding. As they move it around outside, here's Nielsen out on the angle left. Nice entry pass, top of the key, back out to Peyton Smith. Nielsen again, nice entry pass. Inside of Caden Fowles, he'll kick it right side, and here's a jumper by Dakota Dutson, no good. I'd like to see Caden maybe square and either shoot that little 6-footer or pump fake, go to the basket.
But they've done a pretty good job of getting the ball to the spots that they've needed to. It's come into the high post there into the middle where it should be, kicked it out right there. Had a good shot, and several of them have been. Just got to knock them down.
The Delta, after the turnover by Emery, will have it. Here's Brennan Nielsen out on the angle left. They'll swing it around right side. Deep right corner, Peyton Smith. They got Nielsen in the middle. Pump fakes his man, goes by, lays it up, and too hard. Made the nice move, just didn't finish. Back comes Emery, the other way with it. Down the lane, nice cutting move. Nobody saw Ridge Nielsen down the lane, and he's got his first 2 of the game.
From Justice.
51-28 all of a sudden, Coach. This went from up, and there's a steal. Dakota Dutson throws it right to the Emery cutting player out in front. Wilstead just says thank you very much, and he takes it the length of the court and lays it in.
And there's what I'm talking about, Ken. You cannot even be laxed at all when that on a cross-court pass or even a short pass. They'll just step in there and take it.
Here's a 3 by Peyton Smith, no good. And then he goes in to try and rebound, nobody back. Here comes Wilstead. Tries to dunk it, and he missed the dunk. And Delta they're not going to come away with it. And now here's a whistle and a foul.
I think he stepped out of bounds, didn't he?
Did he?
They said he did the same thing that Dason Fowles did a little while ago. They said he's out of bounds and came back into it. So, I mean, you're up by 25, so I guess it is worth trying the dunk. But,
hey, if it's me and I got any hop at all, I'm going to try it.
Yeah.
But that's not going to happen.
Yeah, not going to see me try it.
Here's Brennan Nielsen, angle left baseline. Shamo back to Nielsen. He'll drive by his man to the bucket, lays it up, and he's fouled, and he'll shoot 2 more.
And I've got to see, and you've got to have that aggressiveness right there, because a lot of times they are looking so much at those passing lanes that you can go by and at least try to get a shot off.
So Brennan with 6 in the game will shoot a pair right here. 30.7 seconds to go here in this third quarter. First free throw, good. We'll give the junior 7. 53-29 now as this lead has gotten away from Delta. Went from 10 up to where it's at, just like that. Second one, good again. 8 in the game for Brennan, and he cuts the lead down, 53-30. Let's see if Emery may hold for one. I doubt it, but we'll see. Here's Wilstead. Wants to drive. Cut off there nicely. Back out on top. They go to Bodie Jacobson. Down to 15.
I think they will hold for one. Now. It just depends on which
one
it is.
There's a travel. Out on that far side, they got a little bit of a hurry there. They're just not used to slowing the game down and taking that much time off the clock.
Yeah, the one they'll shoot's the one that the shot that they can get. So
Delta with 10 seconds on the clock. Here's Shamo, deep right corner. They'll go to Caden Fowles, up to Dason Fowles. Peyton Smith down to 2, baseline Shamo. Jumper at the buzzer, and it's no good. And at the end of 3, Emery outscores Delta by 13 to lead it 53-30. Again, you're watching Delta High Basketball on Centricom.com, local Channel 10, and listening on KMGR. Stay with us. We'll be back for the final 8 minutes after this.
Hi everybody, this is Tracy from Jorgensen's. It's that time of year again. This is the brand new 2013 800 Pro RMK, the lightest, most flickable sled on the market. Come on down and see it, sit on it, feel it. Let us tell you all about it. We have new climb gear all ready to go, get you ready for the season. As you can see, it's that time of year, so come see us as soon as you can.
Have you heard? Central Valley Medical Center is now providing orthopedic surgery. That's right, Dr. Joel Holman is a full-time orthopedic surgeon practicing in Nephi. You no longer need to drive to the Wasatch Front for hip replacement, knee replacement, fracture care, hand surgery, and general orthopedic care. Dr. Holman completed a residency in general orthopedics and a fellowship in hand surgery at the U of U and sees patients in the Nephi Medical Clinic inside Central Valley Medical Center. Call 435-623-3633, 623-3633.
And we're set for the final 8 minutes. And this final quarter brought to you by RC Staples, Delta City, Lovell Pharmacy, Oasis Seed Co-op, Snow College, Sunrise Engineering, and SUU. And Delta will have it to start this final period of play. As they'll come to Brennan Nielsen to the baseline. He goes, and it's tipped away, trying to get to Tourette Shamo, and Emery will have it coming the other way. Wilstead with it out on top. We'll hand it off. Justice down inside. It's lost away, picked up by Caden Fowles, off to Brennan Nielsen. The Rabbits run up the floor. He tried to go to Rhett Shamo on the run, and Emery is just lengthy. Blocked on the layup. Wilstead goes in, and Caden Fowles blocks it away. So it'll be out of bounds for the Spartans.
I couldn't tell who the last turnover was down here. I was writing something else down. And didn't mean to ask.
That's okay. Hey, well, you know what? It's in the family.
Yeah, that's right.
I think I averaged about 10 turnovers a game myself when I tried to play.
You mean in a season?
No. Kevin Butler gets an easy 2 as they lob it inside to him. Lefevre, jumper, good. How about that little step back 18-footer? Tanner Lefevre. Now here's another bucket. Roper having a nice game tonight, Tyson Roper.
Yeah, and that's 4 assists now for Dylan Wilstead. He just does such a great job, and here we go again.
Wilstead up ahead, gets the bucket. 21 points in that third quarter is what Emery put up. And you can see why the lead has ballooned. 6.5 left here in the ball game. 59-32. Lefevre drives, cut off at the baseline, out to Austin Chappell. He looks for some help. And now goes high post. Rhett Shamo, jumper, no good. Lefevre up nicely for the rebound. Put back is no good. Rebound tipped around and corralled by Wilstead. Delta had a nice opportunity there, just couldn't get it to go. Emery going to come with a host of substitutions here on this next whistle as they're up 27 here. Down inside again, nobody watching. And cutting to the basket is Tyson Roper. He's fouled, and he's going to shoot a pair. They have really made their money tonight, Coach, on that offside cutting guard coming through.
Yeah, and boy, they take it in one step, one dribble, or not even a dribble, and lay it in. They've been very, very effective with it.
First free throw, no good. Eight field goals tonight for Tyson Roper. He is 1 for 4 at the free throw line, so not as comfortable at the line as he is from the field. He has had a nice game tonight. Second one, rolls off, no good. Rebound, controlled by Ridge Peterson. And Delta comes the other way with it. 5:45 to go here in the ball game. And the ball is tipped and stolen away. Just too many people in the passing lane right there.
And I've got to give Coach Jeffs a little credit. He's wholesale substituted here with his JV team. And
well, that kid right there still on the floor, Tyson Roper. Up the floor, Delta gets the ball. Caden fouls. Should have had a layup. Lost it, gets it back, and he's fouled. Coach Smith saying, you got to gather it in first, then go to the basket.
Yeah, here he does come out now.
But yep, I agree with you. I hats off to Coach Jeff. Delta inbounds under their own basket with 5:22 to go. They'll come way out on top to Peyton Smith. Left side, they'll go Austin Chappell. His three off the back iron, no good. Rebound taken down by Emery. The ball knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Spartans.
Now you've got another 32 in there. I don't think that's the 32 that's on our program, however. That's not Colton Butler.
6'4" sophomore.
Maybe it is.
I believe it is. Now here's a whistle and a foul on Peyton Smith on the driving. Bodie Jacobson. Dason Fowles checks back in for the Rabbits. He'll replace Caden Fowles. And if you're thinking, gosh, will Coach Smith substitute some of his younger players in? Here's a lob and an easy put in. Well, his younger players are in.
Yeah.
He's got to use this as valuable experience for his team. Here's another three. This one's good. Austin Chappell from the angle left. It's his second three of the game. He has 8. Jacobson with it. Working right side. Now lays it off way out on top to Jorgensen. They'll go around the horn. Nice pass inside, skip pass. Beautiful passing. And getting the bucket once again was Kobe Butler. He's got 4 points here. Another three. This one's short by Austin. And Emery on the run. And here is a foul on Tanner Lefevre as he prevents the layup by Colton Butler. So you got Colton Butler, you got Kobe Butler.
And they're both 6'4", 6'5" sophomores. I don't know if they're brothers, twins, cousins. Both. Pretty good prospects for the future of Emery basketball, however.
First one is up and good. Second one bounces high and comes off, no good, and a rebound foul is going to be whistled against Emery as Dason Fowles goes up, pulls the rebound down.
Jensen.
Ken, this is a quality basketball team in Emery, and if they're ranked third, they've got a chance to win it. There's no question. They have all the parts and pieces. They've got shooters. They've got very aggressive defensive players. They got kids with savvy, and they got a bunch of big kids. So
there's a drive shot by Lefevre, no good. Rebound kicked around, picked up by Emery. They'll come the other way. 3:52 to go in the ball game. And now kicked out of bounds off of who? They say it's off of Delta. It'll stay with Emery with 3:48 to go. 64-35. This one's gotten away here in the second half. And Emery to inbound under their own basket. The number 1 ranked team, if you're wondering, is the South Sevier Rams. This one's stolen. And Delta, now Delta gives it right back, and then they knock it away. It's loose. Nice hustle play by Tanner. And now a little bit of squabble out there, getting a little chippy between Tanner Lefevre and Jackson Jensen. The referees step in between them. And a foul was called against Jensen, so now Tanner Lefevre to the line. I was just saying, Salsevier is ranked number 1. Delta will play Salsevier in the preseason.
And who's number 2?
Number 2 would be Manti at this time. Timeout taken on the floor. Let's take it with them. 3:40 to go in the ball game. 64-35. We'll be back with free throws right after this.
When I was thinking about going back to school, I got pretty nervous, just knowing I had a young family and money was tight for us. As a mother, online courses were perfect for my busy schedule. One of the things that was huge for me was how affordable this program was. Without the online courses, I know I wouldn't be able to finish school or transfer to a major university. I will always be grateful for Snow College in helping me reach my goals and helping me set the pathway for my future.
Stop in today and experience Service First at Service Drug in Delta and Fillmore. Service Drug is not only your full-service pharmacy, but offers a wide range of books, home decor items, greeting cards, KitchenAid appliances, and so much more. Service Drug is open Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. and also on Saturdays for your convenience. Come see the courteous staff at Service Drug, 215 West Main in Delta and 40 North Main in Fillmore. Experience Service First at Service Drug in Delta and Fillmore.
And welcome back. And the big rivalry game up in the Marriott Center. Halftime score brought to you by the Cougar Club, of which Mr. Dean Fowles is a proud member. He has front row seats at the Marriott Center and would have been there tonight had it not been for this game here. Halftime, BYU leads Utah 31-30.
And what's interesting, it was 27-17 for Utah, so they outscored them 14-4.
What did you do with your Cougar Club tickets that you couldn't be there tonight?
I sold them for some chicken at a convenience store.
The free throw at the other end was missed, and now Emery down at this end. They get it knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Spartans. You know, BYU came into the game averaging nearly 90 points a game, so to only put up 31 in the first half, obviously Utah's doing a nice job defensively.
Yeah, Utah's been up big in the first half, but BYU's got the lead at halftime.
Shot no good, rebound put back no good by Emery. Here comes Delta the other way. Ball's tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with the Rabbits. 3:12 left in the ball game, 64-35. This was a 10-point game at the half. Delta even had the chance there to score at the end of the half to get it under 10. But this second half has been all Emery. Very comfortable are the Spartans here on their home floor. And here the ball tipped out front, recovered by Peyton Smith. Jumper baseline, Dason Fowles a whistle down underneath the basket, and who's this one on? Going to be on 35 of Emery, and that's Jackson Jensen. He and Tanner Lefevre have kind of been going at it here lately.
I don't think there was a whole lot of just rebound foul right there. I think there was a little extracurricular that caused it.
So Lefevre back to the line, free throw up and no good.
And Ridge Peterson thought he was going to make a move and just get in there a little bit quick, but you got to wait till that ball hits the rim.
So back the other way.
Can't blame him for trying, though.
Absolutely.
Did a pretty good job to get inside there and try to get inside position.
2:45 left now here in the ball game. 64-35. Emery leads it. There's that cutter from the offside coach. They found him, but he missed the layup. And Delta will have it coming the other way. Baseline, left side. Tanner Lefevre, jumper, missed it. Short rebound, Jacobson. Ball knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Emery. More substitutions coming.
Emery substitutes, 2:30 and 12.
2:27 now to go here in the ball game before we make the short drive back to Delta.
I thought they were going to call timeout. I had to get that in.
Not allowed.
Today, yeah.
Down the lane, shot blocked out of there. Rebound tipped around once, twice on the floor. Picked up by Tanner Lefevre off to Peyton Smith, and he'll push into the front court. Delta with numbers. Left side, Dason Fowles. Jumper. Good. Nice looking pull-up jump shot by Dason Fowles.
22 fouls.
And he's got 6 now in the ball game. 64-37, under 2 to go. Let's see if Emery works a little bit of time here on the possession. Way out front with it, Kyler Stilson. Stilson's a name
absolutely
that we've heard many times. There's a jumper, no good. Rebound foul called on, I believe, Tanner Fever. In fact, it might have been Stilson in the state championship game many years ago against Richfield that hit the half-court shot to win the state championship, or was it Steve Gordon?
That was Steve Gordon.
Steve that hit it. All right, Stilson was on the team, I believe.
Absolutely, and there's been a lot of Stilson, great quarterbacks that I remember in football that caused us a lot of havoc. So, yeah, Stilson's an Emery County name, and has done well in the past.
Those of you that remember that game, if you're Richfield, here's a free throw. Up and good. I think you'll have another one. I was just going to say, if you remember that game, who was the opponent the night before that Richfield played? Or it was either the first night of the tournament or the second night that played Richfield. A lot of people said whoever that opponent was really took Richfield out of their offense and was part of the problem when they went up against Emery. If you remember, Delta played Richfield
and held the
ball. Yep. And so they never really got into any kind of offensive flow. And Emery obviously got it in the state championship game. They hit a 50-foot bank shot at the buzzer to win that.
But what as good about high school basketball game as I've ever seen.
Yep. Here's a move inside by Kobe Butler. He lays it up in. He's got 6.
And when I'm done here with the stats tonight, Ken, you'll see the number of assists to basket ratio. I think is going to be phenomenal here for Emery.
Peyton Smith misses the 3, and here comes Emery again. Under a minute to go in this one, 68-37. Whoop, little travel. They got him. Emery turns the ball over, and Delta will have it with 48 ticks left on the clock.
Delta has emptied the bench as well, other than Peyton Smith out there. Got Dason Fowl still in the ball game, but
Nathan Ipson, a 5'9" sophomore, wears number 30. He's in there. Here's Peyton's 3 from the left corner. This one's good. Nice looking stroke. He's got 12. That's just what he had last week against Gunnison. 68-40 with 24 seconds to go, and now jump ball called out front. Peyton Smith ties up Modi Jacobson. Hang with us for our Sunrise Engineering postgame show as we go through the numbers and talk about what's coming up for the Rabbits. Easton Gordon with it. This is the son of Steve Gordon, vice principal. And now here's a steal by Dason Fowles. He'll go the length of the floor, lays it up, and got it. Nice job, Dason Fowles. He now has 8. 68-42, and that's the way this one's going to end as we're down to 3, 2, 1, and that'll do it. As Emery defends their home court here, they move to 2-2 on the year. Delta will fall to 1-1. So hang with us once again as we have the Sunrise Engineering postgame show coming up right around the corner. 68-42, your finals. We'll be right back after this.
Every day is a good day to shop Drew Bay for a new truck. Check out the all-new, from the hubcaps to the headliner, 2014 Chevy Silverado. The all-new Silverado has 4-wheel disc brakes for superb stopping ability. This beast boasts 355 horsepower with 383 foot-pounds of torque, up to 420 horses and 450 pounds of torque. You choose. Be sure to ask about active fuel management and optional bed lengths and other available options. The all-new 2014 Chevy Silverado makes every day a good day to shop Drew Bay. Drew Bay Chevrolet, Delta.
The type of medical care you receive shouldn't depend on where you live. People in rural towns should receive high-quality medicine just like those in big cities. Delta Community Medical Center and Fillmore Community Medical Center both provide the same quality care and advanced technology you'd receive if you drove to the city. What they do well. Intermountain's Fillmore Community Medical Center and Delta Community Medical Center. Healing for life.
RC Staples has been your family shoe and clothing outlet in Delta since 1995. If you need to outfit an individual, a family, or a missionary, RC Staples is the place. There's luggage, tuxedo rentals, and much more. RC Staples is very conscious of changing styles and fashion trends as they cater to the lifestyle, budget, and tastes of Miller County residents. Hey, RC Staples is both trendy and price conscious. So shop with confidence. That's RC Staples, 261 West Main, Delta.
The government and community leaders in Millard County today were molded into the people they have become by the experiences and opportunities during their high school years. The same stands true for the future leaders of Delta City. That's why the City Council and Mayor of Delta are thoroughly invested in providing opportunities for the students of Delta High School to assist them in reaching their potential. Delta City appreciates the opportunity to support Delta High School academics and this Delta Rabbits sports broadcast.
At Lovell Pharmacy in Delta, we put the love in customer service. We do it by offering so much more than just pharmaceutical care. Try our Jackson Hole Soda, BYU ice cream, and our cheese curds from Beaver Cheese Plant. For all of your gift-giving needs, from baby showers to birthday presents, shop Lovell Pharmacy. And don't forget our nice, informative, caring staff. Remember, we put the love in customer service at Lovell Pharmacy. Find us at 111 East Main Street in Delta.
Does your kid know it all? Legendary basketball coach John Wooden once said, "It's what you learn after you know it all that counts." We applaud our student athletes for their hard work and determination on the court and in the classroom. Help your kids see their potential. Partner up with their coaches and teachers. Find out what you can do. Just something to think about. Brought to you by Sunrise Engineering, promoting excellence in sports and education. Visit us at sunrise-eng.com.
And welcome back to the Sunrise Engineering postgame show alongside Ken Nielsen. I'm Ken Nielsen alongside Coach Fowles. Here I am kind of botching things up here to close this game out. And of course, we want to thank Nate Palmer, who's been our engineer here this evening. But again, Sunrise Engineering, serving clients in Utah, Idaho, Wyoming, and Arizona for 30 years. Sunrise Engineering, making the things you do every day better. And I mean every day. Again, our thanks to Sunrise Engineering. So we look at our stats here tonight. They look pretty good for a half, and then it got away from Delta there in the second half. First off, for the Emery Spartans, they had three different players in double figures. They were led by Dylan Wilstead. He had 19 on the evening, 17 for Tyson Roper, 12 for Ty Justice, 6 points for Kobe Butler, 4 points apiece for Kevin Butler and Colton Butler, and then 2 points apiece for Jacobson, and then 2 points also for one of the subs coming off the bench. That would have been Keaton McDermott. They were 6 for 8 from the free throw line. Didn't shoot a lot of free throws. Didn't need to. They made a lot of field goals tonight. They had 28 made baskets tonight, did the Spartans. And when you compare that to Delta, they had 13 made baskets. So more than double the number of made baskets did the Spartans. They had 22-point field goals. They had 8 threes on the evening. So, wow. If this is the number 3 ranked team in the state, Coach, it'll be interesting to see the number 1 ranked team in South Severe. That's coming up here not too far down the line. In fact, I believe December 20th, Delta will go to South Severe. So you got to go on the road, take on number 3, back on the road, take on number 1. But, you know, at least you get a pretty good measuring stick to see how your team stacks up.
Yeah, you do. And once you have all the parts and pieces to a team, you know, then it comes down to, you know, little things. It comes down to how your team is gelling towards the end of the year. This team has a chance to win it. There's no question about it. Like I said, they have all the parts and pieces, as I'm sure several others do. So.
And let me interrupt, Coach. They were also missing the big kid, Bo Roundy, tonight. You throw him in the mix as well. Wow.
Yeah, and that's a great point right there. Imagine what that difference could have made there. So if South Severe is indeed better than this team, wow, they're a quality basketball team, because this Emery team can just flat shoot it and they get after you.
Real quick, let's take a look at the numbers on Delta's side of things. 1 player in double figures. Peyton Smith had 12 on the night. 3 different players with 8 points apiece. Brennan Nielsen with 8. Austin Chappell with 8. Dason Fowles with 8. and 3 points apiece for Caden Fowles and Tanner Lefevre. Delta 12 of 19 from the free throw line, a little better shooting from the charity stripe this evening. Again, they had 13 made baskets, they had 9 twos, and they had 4 threes. The effort was there, Coach. It's just that Emery has just got some athletes, and they've got position players. They can plug people in just about in every spot on the floor.
Yeah, they do, and how many three-pointers did they make? I'm sure they shot above 50%.
8.
Yeah, from the three-point line. They do a very good job of cutting. They do a very good job of getting the ball to the cutter. So they have a lot of assists. I'm not completely done right here, but as I'm looking at it, in fact, I'll count the rest of them up real quick. Looks like I have one more other than there's 8, 10, 11, 12. We got 13 assists. That's pretty good in a high school game compared to 6 for Delta. And, they do things well. And the biggest thing that I see is they anticipate, and they must coach this, they must anticipate where that pass is going to go, because they jump out where that pass is going to go, and you've either got to fake that pass and go elsewhere with it, or they're going to get a hand on it and take it, and they did quite a few times tonight. So, Delta did a lot of good things themselves. They had, as you said, they're down by 10 at the half, but they did a lot of quality things and got the ball in a lot of places that second half. Just couldn't quite put the ball in the basket. When you get an open shot from 8, 10 feet, that's what you're going to get from this team, especially when Roundy comes back and you have 2 big kids in there. That's very difficult to get a shot off. So you got to knock them down, and unfortunately they just didn't do that in the second half.
So again, you're listening to the Sunrise Engineering post-game show. Emery and Delta, as we wrap things up here from the Spartan Center. We're going to take one more quick break, after which we'll come back, finish up our numbers, and look ahead for the Rabbits. So don't go away. Keep it right here on KMGR Radio. We'll be back right after this.
Hey, hold up there. Don't blow your hard-earned money on ag supplies and such until you visit Oasis Seed Cooperative in Delta. There's Montana Silversmith and that special lady. Well, hey, Oasis Seed has your planting supplies too, but Oasis Seed is more than a seed company. Animal health products, livestock panels, gates, poles, fencing supplies, for sure, but so much more. Wrangler, tack, saddles, and much more. Work hard, but spend wisely at Oasis Seed Cooperative, 290 North, 1000 West, Delta.
The Fairview Telephone Company was founded in 1903 to bring telephone service to small communities in central Utah when no one else would. That small phone company is now Centricom, and our vision hasn't changed. We want rural central Utah to have the very best options for high-speed internet, cable TV, and home phone. Why? Because we live here too. Centricom, your local telecommunications company.
Every morning, millions of people skip breakfast. But thanks to McDonald's Dollar Menu at breakfast, they'll have to find something else to skip, like waiting for the shower to warm up, putting in their contacts. Ow. Or they could just wear that wet towel to work.
Good morning, everyone.
There are options, people, but skipping McDonald's Dollar Menu at breakfast isn't one of them. So grab a sausage burrito, sausage McMuffin sandwich, premium roast coffee, and more for just $1 each. That's the simple joy of breakfast at McDonald's.
Your Delta McDonald's, a proud supporter of Delta High School sports. The Intermountain Power Service Corporation is proud to bring you this presentation. IPSC is a community-minded company that contributes to our local schools, community organizations, and economy. The Intermountain Power Project consistently ranks among the best of America's coal-based power plants in reliability, cost-effectiveness, and environmental responsibility. Intermountain Power Service Corporation strives for perfection and is honored to be actively involved with Delta, Millard, and Juab High Schools.
Legendary NBA coach Phil Jackson once said, "Yes, victory is sweet, but it doesn't necessarily make life any easier the next season or even the next day." We applaud our student athletes for their hard work and determination on the court and in the classroom. Make your kids' education a priority. Find out what you can do. Brought to you by Sunrise Engineering, promoting excellence in sports and promoting excellence in education. Visit us at sunrise-eng.com.
Once again, welcome back to the Sunrise Engineering post-game show. Sunrise Engineering, working to improve your community. See how at sunrise-eng.com. Again, Sunrise Engineering with us, and we appreciate those fine folks helping us bring this game to you and many more. So again, as we wrap things up here from the Spartan Center, Coach, I was just looking again at the numbers. You were talking to me during the break. And every statistical category that you kept, Emery, they just dominated.
Well, they won the game by 26, as you said, and here's the reason why. Delta did a pretty good job hanging with them with the rebounds. They were leading at half. They got out-rebounded 27-23. Here's the difference.
And I'm okay with that against the size.
That's just I was just fascinated by that. But turnovers for Delta, 21-11 for Emery. There's 10 extra possessions you just can't give away. 5 steals for Delta, 10 steals for Emery. And a lot of those steals turned into easy baskets. So there's another issue right there. Delta has 6 assists, 13 assists for Emery. So they share the ball well for playing the type of game that they play. And just get out and shoot and get after it. They still have a lot of that going on. So, Delta had a couple of blocks and took a couple of charges. Emery had 3 blocks. So the hustle plays, pretty much even. I thought Delta hung in there and did a pretty good job that way, and that's going to manifest itself. But the stats show just exactly what the game was.
I will say this, you and I were visiting at halftime, and we both agreed if Delta continues to play as hard as they play, they're going to win their share of games. Yeah. They're going to be competitive in their region. Because you saw the other night they shot the ball extremely well in Delta. So, you know what, you come on the road, take on a team like this, you haven't got time to hang your head anyway because Friday night you're on the road again over at North Sanpete, and that's a quality team.
You bet, and that's not going to get any easier. And that's what I've always, not frustrating, but kind of frustrating in basketball. You can do everything you can right. But if that darn thing doesn't go through the cylinder, you don't get any points for it. No style points, no any of that. And so, it's all about making baskets. And Emery did a great job making baskets tonight.
So, again, we appreciate all of you hanging with us here on a Wednesday night. We invite you to be back with us on Friday night. We will have the North Sanpete Delta game live. It'll be on the radio. It'll be live on Centricom.com. And then you can also watch it on local Channel 10 TV. So with that being said, we will pack things up here from the Spartan Center and head on home. Again, your final score, 68-42. Emery wins it. On behalf of Dean Fowles, our color commentator, and, of course, Nate Palmer. He's our engineer tonight. He made the trip as well. He's got a long ride back home. We appreciate the fine folks at Centricom for being with us and helping us bring to you Delta High Athletics. Again, with that final score, 68-42. Thanks for being with us, and we'll see you on Friday night.
You've been listening to exciting high school basketball action on South Central Utah sports leaders, Mid-Utah Radio and Centricom Channel 10. This sports broadcast has been brought to you by sports-minded sponsors throughout South Central Utah. Join us next time for more exciting high school basketball action on Centricom Channel 10 and Mid-Utah Radio.